Alright, hey, what's up, guys? Thought I'd make a video about Impaler since not many people seem to be talking about it. So, if you've never used Impaler before, what it does is when you impale an enemy, it applies 5 additional impales, which is a total of 6 stacks. Now, what Impale actually does is. I made a little spreadsheet as well, I'll go over that. So, Impale applies 10% of the hit, and then because we're using the Impaler node, you get 6 stacks of those. So it's like a 60% base hit that lasts for 5 hits in total. Um, and it's based on like the actual hit itself, like the average damage. So this POB is in like the link description if you want to look, but it's just like the gear I've got. I'm also not counting echoes right now. So this is without echoes. 82% mods from the from the new gem, the exertion gem. That's with 4 exerts. And the 60% more would be from the helmet if you had it. So right now I'm just like kind of okay gear in maps. I've got a 700 PDP axe, but it's like a new axe. Like the new axes are kind of insane with the new quality. So this is what it looked like right now. Like it's just a 575 PDPS Vol axe with the new 20% quality, which is a multiplier now. It gets to like 700. So you can probably get this maybe like this day 2. Um, Maybe you use like a Sinvinctor or something for a while. I could throw that on in a bit and see. But with this axe, the gear is pretty basic. It's just, I mean, some of it's pretty good. Like, I mean, that's pretty good, right? But in terms of like damage, a lot of it's just got like res and a life roll on it. Somewhat min-max. The only thing you really need is to get 7 Elrion minus mana rings. And you want the exertion thing on your belt. These are just armor. And then I have and 1 mana jewel as well, and the rest are just like free prop, life, melee, some sort of like melee damage, area damage, whatever. I also have this thing as well. I'm not sure when you'll get that. I can take that off though. It's just that thing is insane. This jewel here gives me 20% more damage. It's pretty ridiculous. I'll just put like another free pop jewel in there for now. Yeah. So I'm only on level 98, but you'll probably just skimp out on life. You'll put these in last because it's a soft core build. I did try to make it a little bit tanky though. I mean, these numbers are with the guard skill on, but yeah. So the POB numbers are actually way off for this, and I think that's probably why not a lot of people are talking about it, right? So my average damage right now with 4 exertions. Let's have a look how I'm doing that. I have 2 auto cries. Insim and Battle Mage are coming off. I'll talk about why I've got Stormbrand in there in a minute, but we've got 2 auto cries going off. We don't really care about Enduring Cry. I'm going to use that to get some endurance charges if I need them early game. But it's just there for like regen and stuff if I really want to. If I'm not doing like a boss or whatever and I need some regen, I can just pop that. What else are we going to use? So yeah, there is a bit of a rotation when you come to a boss on this skill. You want to use your 2 Warcries, Rallying, and then Manual. And then you want to hit your War Banner. Then you want to put vulnerability on the boss, and then you want to press phase run, and then you hit the boss with your ground slam. So there is kind of like a big setup kind of thing on a boss. A couple buttons that you have to press. And then when you do that, you hit 2.1 million or 2.2 million-ish damage with this current gear, right? And if you look at like the spreadsheet here that I made, so it's 2.1 mil. Let's change that real quick. What was it? 2.1 mil what? 2.1 mil 85. 2185. And yeah, let me show you the impale stuff as well real quick. So impale damage is 20% here. The reason why it's 20% and not 10 is because we're using impale support, which has 40%. No, it's at level 21 actually. Let me turn that down. I suppose I have 21 gems here. I should turn these down. What is that now? 19.8. Let me change this real quick. I don't want to stat pad too much. Okay, that'd be gigas that bad. So what? 2.918. Okay. So 19.8. Yeah, so we have 38% impale chance there, and then you have 10% there. You have 30% with a two-hander on non-impaled enemies, and then a 20% more as well there. And that is in the calcs, 50% impale chance. Right here, 50% impale chance. I mean, that's just Fist of War AoE as well. Yeah, so that gives us 19.8% per stack, and we have 6 stacks. We're also taking this as well down here. It gives you an extra hit, so let's just go over that real quick. So our hit is 2.18 mil, 2,185,000. Each stack is sort of 19.8%, and we have 6 hits. And that comes to a total of almost 16 million. That's the amount of stored damage that's on the enemy. The problem is with Impale is that you cannot use like Call the Steel to like just proc all the shit. So you need to find a way to hit the enemy in order to proc it all, which is where Stormbrand comes in. So every time we exert Battlemage Cry, which is on auto exertion, and because we're a berserker, we have 12 of these, right? Is it 12? No, we have 10. We have 10 of these. Every time you hit with an enemy, it'll spawn a Stormbrand on the first enemy that's hit. And Stormbrand hits like around twice a second. So Stormbrand's going to be ticking all this damage down while we sort of wait for the Impale to come around again. So it's kind of like going to work like a pseudo bleed. So you do the initial wind up. It's like a 5 action thing, right? How many actions is it? 1, 2, 1, 2, and you want to do Vuln, yeah. And then you have your War Banner and Phase Run. Okay. I'll get the thing with Phase Run and War Banner, these skills are instant, okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that. These skills are instant. That's it, okay? So do with that information what you will, okay? But it's a five button process setup, right? Okay. And you hit that. I can show you what the interaction looks like actually real quick. Because I was checking this out in game. But I mean, for this gear, you got some shitty axe, just some res gear and Elvion rings. Ignore that because it's not applied yet. You're doing a 15.5 million sort of hit on a boss. Well, not a hit, but it's damage that's kind of passive as well because the Stormbrand's just going to be procking that off, man. You can sit there, sit back, relax, and just watch the boss die, man. It's pretty cool. So I can show you what the Stormbrand looks like real quick. Because like I was thinking like it's going to be kind of clunky, but with the way Stormbrand works. So I'm here, right? I hit this mob. The Stormbrand's going to come out and it's going to be procking. And that, it spawns on like where it hits. So as you're running around, just like ground slamming stuff, you're going to be getting, I mean, my exertion's not very high, you're going to be getting all these Stormbrands flying around. And they're going to be procking all of your impales on the monsters. So you're just going to be running around, smashing monsters, auto like procking these, and your impales just going to be like flying around. And you only really need to war cry like maybe 1 or 2 because your intimidating cry is like automatic, right? Like intim cry is like your main damage source because it's double damage on it, and that's automatic. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like the gameplay seems really smooth, and the numbers seem fucking crazy. I can show you real quick what the numbers get to. Right, if I get a real axe on, so this is like a a fractured. It's like a fractured T2 hybrid mod, whatever you want to call it. Where is it? So you get this fractured mod. You slap an essence on there, and then you want a prefix, and then you got to hit it with a veil orb. So until you get the fizz roll, and then you just like what's it called? The farming thing. I've forgotten what it's called because I never do it. The one where you kill the plant monsters and stuff, right? You just do that for the attack speed, and then you craft on your endurance mod. So it's like a five mod axe. And then of course you have the enchants as well. I have no idea what the enchants are going to do. If there's like an impale related thing or any sort of thing that boosts fizz damage, then I mean shit, man. That's for free. So you get a real axe on there. The thing with this is though, if you get the impale chance, you can swap out your gloves. If you get like the best impale chance glove, 30%, you can drop this thing here. I think. Do we need to do anything else? Yeah, we're still at 100% impale. It does drop the stored damage down, but the extra damage you get from like a melee fizz. Let me put a normal one on. You slap on a melee fizz damage. And we're already up to like 4.85 mil right now. And then you would get your helmet eventually. 7.7 mil with a real axe. And then, yeah, let's have a look at the numbers now. So how was that? Let me make sure this is right though. So we're hitting 7.7 mil. We're doing 16% stored damage. So I need to change that as well. Is there anything else I need to look at? That seems right. That seems right. Let's say we get the cluster thing as well. Let's say we get our light of meaning. 8.924. Let's see what this is. 8.924. 88924. Okay, so we're doing 63.6 million burst over like 5 seconds with the thing. Holy shit. Right? And then you buy the Watcher's Eye mod, which is +2. You're doing 84 million, dude. That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good, man. I mean, obviously this axe is pretty hard to make. It's gonna cost you a couple, like, more than a couple of divines to make that. But shit, man. With this level of gear, you can get an 84 million burst on a boss. Passive damage. You're just running around dodging mechanics. Like I think that's pretty fucking good, man. And we don't even have like awakened gems on and stuff, right? I mean, and the crazy thing about this is you can get this. You can get body armor Fist of War, right? So you can get a 7 link. That's 46% more damage, dude. I mean, the potential for this is really good, man. I mean, you're squishy, of course. It's a softcore build. I mean, maybe with like a Mage Blood setup and some min-max gear, maybe you min-max your endurance charge a little bit more with like Death Store +1 or something. So you have 8 and endurance charge rings. So you have like 10 endurance charges. Maybe then you're probably somewhat tanky, but I think there's a lot of potential in Impaler this league with the brand thing. And it's not going to be the best clear speed, of course, but still, I think for slamming, dude, this seems like the highest DPS slam by far for like what the investment you put into it. I mean, maybe Earth Shatter, like some weird Earth Shatter setup is going to be better, but I don't know, man. This seems really fucking juicy, and I think I'm going to leak stuff. One thing I should mention is this node here. This node is insane. If you take this wheel, you have 100% chance to ignore all physical mitigation, right? Like usually if you're on a map mod, is it a prefix? I can't remember. Yeah, FizzDR, right? So if you hit this mod, does it actually work on this? Yeah, look at that. 30% more damage, dude. And then you hit that again. So that kind of like, because one of the things that really pissed me off when I play like a pure Fizz build is like when you get those mods, it just feels like you're doing no damage, and now you can completely ignore it, or pretty much most of it, right? But the one thing I'm a little bit unaware or like unsure of is whether or not this applies to impales, because in the impale thing, you have this impale damage dealt to enemies ignores physical reduction, right? And I don't know, like if it, I mean, it's there in POB, but doesn't this do the same thing? Because impale is a hit, right? Reflected physical damage when they are hit. I mean, reflected physical damage is a hit, right? I don't know. So it's 1 point, but I don't know if I need it or not. So that's just something I'd have to figure out. Maybe I just switch this over to this. I don't know if because like I mean that's just like a map mod thing, but it's still that's I really like that. It's nice. It just makes the build a bit more smoother because when you hit that mod, it just fucks you, man. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Impale. Man, this helmet is gonna be so expensive this league. It's just and it's been like 1C for like a whole year or something. I love this helmet, it's really good. But yeah, that's Impale. Maybe my math's off. Maybe I'm cooked. I don't know, but I don't know, dude. It's pretty fucking good. Oh wait. I'm cooked. I am cooked. I grieved. I grieved. It's 0.16. Okay, yeah. So 68 mil. Forgot to change that. My bad. 51 mil. There we go. Those numbers were a little bit more. It was a bit absurd before, but now it's a bit more reasonable. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I caught that at the end there. But yeah, Impale, dude. Log in.